Yeah, so we heard that the old Trappers Lodge folk art environment here at Pierce College was being threatened because somebody was offended by the kidnap scene and didn't really like seeing the peg leg fight of Peg Leg Smith and Big Bear and all this other good stuff. So we came down just to make sure it was still here because it's a really special place. And in the course of so doing, we found, it's pretty interesting. It's definitely suffered a bit of decay over the years. It doesn't really have the kind of friends a folk art environment needs. But at the same time, I mean, geez, how can you beat it? And by the way, do you notice these amazing teeth? More on this later. These creatures, these cement creatures have wonderful teeth. And by the way, the nice thing about this fight is that no one is actually going to survive it. And that's sort of the metaphor for all of these fights that we have. That's true. No one will live. Okay, but on we go. Down into the lower portion, past the barn, past Boot Hill. Oh, hi, Richard. Nice to see you. So here we go. Now we get into Ladies' Land. And you go through Boot Hill. The lowlands are where you find the ladies and the dead people. A lot of suffering, because to travel across the plains, very few people made it, and those that did were tough or lucky. And look at her. And look at her. And look at her. Well, anyway, it gets interesting as you come down here, come into town. They put in these nice ramps so that people who use wheelchairs, ADA, if they don't mind going over a lot of plant matter, they can come down. And again, these wonderful teeth in the benches, the ladies of the evening with the wonderful evening shoes and their friends and the corn liquor.
There's tatas.
They do have tatas, indeed they do. Some of them have lost arms. You have this wonderful sort of wall of heads. Of course, you have, very, very important, the California State Landmark plaque. Hello. You have a very, very, very scary turtle. And then you have a plaque related to when this park was founded. Alvin Cleveland Park has nothing to do with salvaging these wonderful folk art sculptures from the old Trappers Lodge. And then you have this guy. We are, darling. So now this fellow has a nice and healthy, lovely looking bench that hasn't fallen apart like the other benches, but he suffered some loss to his face. And I said, hey, this is good. I can understand a bit about how the old trapper made his stuff. So get in there and you look and you can see it's like a sort of a plaster over a chicken wire, about what you'd expect, paint on top, but then, oh my God, what is going on here? Listen, we have a problem. Sometimes when folk art decays, you learn a little more than you want to know about the artist. These are human teeth. Now, I don't know if there's an entire human being inside this rotting figure, but it's certainly big enough for there to be an entire human being inside this rotting figure. Richard, you doubt it. I don't know. This, my friends, is why you have to take care of your folk art environments. Because if the old trapper actually killed a rival and buried him inside this figure, he didn't want you to know. And frankly, Pierce College doesn't want you to know. The California State Landmarks Commission doesn't want to know. But here we are, kids. You can't say no to a nice set of human choppers. So with that, we're going to invite you to come by the old Red Barn in Pierce College. You can always find it because it's really, really hard to find. And that's our job, whether we're giving bus tours or just roaming around having fun. We hope to bring a group of people here one day. In the meantime, whoever you are, rest in peace. Bye now.